Hello and welcome to Herald TV News at 3 with me, Shalene. Goa Governor Sridharan Pillai, emphasizing the theme of communal harmony, said Goa is a gift of God to human beings where people live cordially with each other. While calling on the Chief Minister to promote spiritual tourism and village tourism, Governor said in Goa he has seen that Brahmin priests and Adivasi priests are sharing cordial relations and conducting pujas together. This is an exceptional thing that I have seen here and I want to highlight this in my book, he added while visiting the Sri Malsa temple, Verna, on Friday.
Goa Governor Sridharan Pillai emphasizes the theme of communal harmony and said Goa is a gift of God to human beings. Governor says in Goa, Brahmin priests and Adivasi priests are sharing cordial relations and conducting pujas together. The governor has asked Chief Minister to promote spiritual and village tourism.
The concept of this untouchability is created by somebody else later, and our original thinking is that before the Almighty, that the temple, everybody is equal, and that is why the Brahmin priests as well as this Adivasi priests work together cordially. Heart-to-heart relationship is there, and they are conducting together. This is an exceptional thing I got see in my occasion, and I want to highlight it to my book. I am thinking like that. And here also a Mula temple. Mula temple, I don't want to go to any of the controversies or anything, but very beautifully they are maintaining. I am congratulating this committee, trust. That office bearers of the trust. I am congratulating them. And these types of things would definitely attract the tourists, and focus on that also is the need of the hour. And as a governor, I already told the chief minister about it. And these types of tourism, spiritual tourism, I mean not only confined to Hindu temples alone, but other communities also. There are important places. So in a way, we are going to open and way for the real tourism. Of course, present tourism is, I am satisfied with that. People from all over the world are attracted to that. Along with the same, village visits, village tourism, spiritual tourism, and Goa is a special gift of God to the human beings, and I will project it. I want to highlight throughout India that Sanatana Dharma is concerned, casteism, untouchability. Now we declare it as a crime. Gandhiji also devoted his life for fighting against that. But I had occasion to witness an exception to this concept, old concept. Old, of course, that is a untouchability. In fact, adversely affected the Sanatana Dharma concept. But I had occasion to in Kankona, the temple, Mallikarjun temple, wherein 9 months the entire puja in the before the main deity, touching the deity, done by priests from original priests from Brahmin community. But at the same time, remaining 3 months, that same puja, same thing is being done by our lower, the so-called, I am not saying lower kata, that Adivasi people.
Kiran Borkar for Herald TV.
With more than 16 lakh square meters land converted in North Goa beach belt, TCP Minister Vishwajit Rane has said that all illegalities will be rectified and those involved will be booked. Anyone trying to defend the illegalities in the ODP should drown themselves in a bucket of water, said Vishwajit. He said his department is working to clear the illegalities, not to target any individual, in order to put an end to illegalities and give a transparent system. Those involved in registering fraud and fraudulent documents in sub-registrar will be exposed now with the SIT formed.
With more than 16 lakh square meter land converted in North Goa belt, TCP Minister Vishwajit Rane has said that illegalities will be rectified and those involved will be booked. He said his department is working to clear the illegalities and not target any individual. Rane stated that he will put an end to illegalities and give a transparent system. Vishwajit Rane also said that the ODP committee, in its finding, observed that there was no proper vision document while preparing Kalangut Kandolim and Para Arpora ODP. Rane said that the department has decided to remove all non-development slopes, tenanted areas, and low-lying fields.
Kandolim Arpora Nagawa Para is around 16,94,000 square meters. म्हणजे तुम्ही विचार करा. So today, in principle, we have decided that आमका सगळे non-development slopes काढून जाय. टेनेंटेड एरिया काढून जाय, लो लाईन फील्ड्स काढून जाय आणि त्याचबरोबर आम्ही पुढल्या 10 दिवसां भितर 10-15 दिवसां भितर आणि इंडस्ट्री आयज इंडस्ट्रीचे सगळे मेन हांगा बसल्या. आयज रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर ऑल्सो इज एट अ टेक ऑफ स्टेज इन द स्टेट ऑफ गोवा. At that point of time, we do not want to put any kind of hurdles as far as their growth is concerned, but same time we want to facilitate. And this injustice that has been done through these ODPs on the state of Goa, it is actually a shameful act. And anybody trying to defend this, I mean, he should put his head in the bucket and drown himself. That's what I can say. आम्ही हांगा illegalities clear करपाक बसलो. आम्ही कोणाचे एक इंडिव्हिज्युअलाचे काय 2 इंडिव्हिज्युअल काय 3 इंडिव्हिज्युअल फाटल्यान कोण लागूंक ना. गोंया राज्यांचे इलिगलिटीज जाले ते इलिगलिटीज समाप्त करपाक आनी ट्रान्सपरंट मेकॅनिझम जाग्यार घालपाक म्हणून आमी हांगा बसले. आनी प्रश्न एक इंडिव्हिज्युअल, इट्स नॉट अबाउट एनी इंडिव्हिज्युअल.
Bureau Report, Herald TV.
The 3.9 kilometer Karmal Ghat to Manohar Parrikar bypass road will be completed in 3 to 4 years after work commences, PWD Minister Nilesh Kabral said after a consultative meeting at Matani Saldana complex. The details will be finalized after another meeting before 31st June and the tender will be out in 6 to 7 months.
Karmal Ghat to Manohar Parrikar bypass road will be completed in 3 to 4 years, says PWD Minister Nilesh Kabral. A total of 13,000 trees will be cut for the 4-lane road. Kabral also stated that there will be animal underpass and an overbridge for the road.
13,000 चिल्लर झाडां जी वयताली ती चारांतली आमी डिटेल शेअर केले. कितली झाडां, कितली सायल, कितले आमचे निलगिरी सगळी झाडां शेअर केली. सो तितू भितर हांवें तांकां परतून सांगलें की तेंचे तकलेन कितें आसा तें सांगचें. दुसरी जी गोश्ट आसा टेक्निकली जो टनल आमी कॉन्सेप्ट म्हणटा पळय तो 3 किलोमीटर टनल अशें म्हणया. न्यू रस्तो 3 किलोमीटर तितूलो 1.5 किलोमीटर इनसायड द माउंटन आणि 1.5 किलोमीटर आउटसायड द माउंटन. तितू 150, 750 दोन्ही सायडीन 45 मिटर जर आमी केले डिस्ट्रक्शन तिनूय जातले. आज एक्झिस्टिंग रोडान 3.9 किलोमीटर जो आसा तो 3.9 किलोमीटर एक्झिस्टिंग रोड आसा ते खंय तरी 12, 15, 16, 20 मिटर आसा ऑलरेडी डिस्ट्रक्शन जाल्लें आसा. आनी आमी 40, 40, 45 मिटरा भितर प्लॅन्ड आसा पण तो कमी करून 4 लेन करपाचो विचार आसा. तितू भितर जी झाडां मारपाक जाय ती मॅक्झिमम आमी सांगल्या कितली ती. पूण म्हाका दिसता आमी जेन्ना काम करता तेन्ना मिनिमम कितली मारपाक जाय तितली मारतले. म्हज्या अंदाजान एक 10%य लेस जावंक शकता. पण हांवें आज डिसिजन घेवचो ना. आमी परतून बिफोर 31st म्हयन्याचे परतून हांवें एकदां स्पिकराक सांगून आमी बसतले अशेंच आनी मागीर तेन्ना एक होलिस्टीक व्यू घेवन रस्तो वचपाचो आमी भाग घेतलो. आनी तितू भितर जर सगळे बरे भाशेन जर आमकां अडचणी येना जाल्यार म्हाका ऑलमोस्ट 6-7 महिने लागतले हे सगळे फुडें व्हरपाक आनी टेंडर करून वर्क ऑर्डर चालू करपाक. विदीन द नेक्स्ट 4 years आनी 3 वर्सां म्हटल्या आफ्टर स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द रोड विदीन 3 years वी विल कंप्लीट इट. दॅट इज द एश्युरन्स आय गिवन टू ऑनरेबल स्पीकर. तो टोटल रॅम्प जो एक्झिस्टिंग रोड आसा इज 3.9 कर्व आनी तितू भितर 3.9 उरतले फ्रॉम करमलघाट ऑल द करमलघाट एंड इट विल एंड एट मनोहर पर्रीकर बायपास.
त्यामुळे आज आम्ही मिनिस्टराक रिक्वेस्ट केलो की तो रोड बेगीतल्या बेगीन जावचो हो आमची सगळ्यांचीच मागणी आशिल्ली. आज त्या संदर्भात चर्चा करपा खातीर आमी आयिल्ले. त्या आज बरीच चर्चा जाली. मिनिस्टरान किंवा बाकीचे ऑफिसर आसा न्ही टेक्निकली ज्यो गजाली आसा त्यो तांणी आमच्या समोर दवरल्यो, सगळ्यां समोर दवरल्यो आसा.
Aditya Bidre for Herald TV.
Every time there is a slight hitch, such as vagaries of the weather or any issue in transportation, the price of essential commodities in Goa shoots up. This time, the price of tomatoes has touched ₹60 per kilo. Generally, the prices of vegetables are much higher in Goa than in other states. Why is this the case? In this episode of Street Voices, we ask the people why vegetables are generally costly and why prices shoot up in Goa at the slightest instance. Listen in.
The price of essential commodities in Goa shoots up at the slightest instance. This time, the price of tomatoes has touched rupees 60 per kilo. Generally, the price of vegetables are much higher in Goa than in other states. Why is this the case?
टोमोटो गोंया कित्याक म्हारग आनी महाराष्ट्राक आनी कर्नाटका कित्याक सुबेज उणें प्रायस म्हणजे एकूच दोन रिजन आहाय का मेनली हिंगा ती जायना सुबेज आनी जाय ती सुबेज कर्नाटका आनी महाराष्ट्रान ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन चार्ज आसा आनी इवन डॅमेज ड्युरींग मॉन्सून्स सो तेका लागून म्हाका दिसता बिकॉज ऑफ दिस टू रिजन्स टोमॅटोज इन गोवा एक्सपेन्सिव एंड द स्टँडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग इन गोवा ऑल्सो इज हाय दॅट कॅन ऑल्सो बी वन ऑफ दोज रिजन्स सी this raise in prices in Goa can be curtailed if every Goan cultivates tomatoes and all other types of vegetables which are organic in nature without involving chemicals. And also people are not interested to cultivate all these vegetables in Goa at this point of time. All are interested in other businesses. But if all Goans try to cultivate this in their small yards also, even in their homes where they have gardens, it can really bring down the rate of inflation and also expenses in tomatoes and other vegetables.
Sagun Gowde for Herald TV.
PWD Minister Nilesh Cabral on Thursday launched a sewage manhole cleaning robot called Bandicoot at the sewage treatment plant in Shirwade, Margao. Developed by Gen Robotics, Bandicoot is designed to entirely eliminate human entry while cleaning manholes. With a number of workers losing their lives while cleaning manholes, the robot will enhance the safety of workers involved in such operations. Bandicoot is used by 14 other states in India, with Goa being the 15th.
PWD Minister Nilesh Cabral launched a sewage manhole cleaning machine robot called the Bandicoot at Margao. Bandicoot is designed to entirely eliminate human entry while cleaning manholes. Bandicoot is used by 14 other states in India, with Goa being the 15th.
I'm so happy to be here and share a few words about how the technology is revolutionizing the sanitation system. Because we know that right now, even if we check in our hands, everyone is just sitting with the mobiles. So it is a revolutionary invention that has done few years back. And before that also we have the revolutionization of the technology which is specifically on the computerization as well. So now it is the time, we already exceeded the time, but even though now it is the time for robotizing the sanitation sector, because every day we are seeing how the humans are taking the waste from the manholes and how they are suffering because of this issue. And that's how we actually came to a mindset on creating a robotic solution.
कॉन्सेप्ट हो खूब बरो आसा आनी जे तेणें सांगलां आय थिंक इट इज समथींग वेर manual scavenging has to stop. And that is how he has himself, along with his team of Gen Robotics, designed this particular machine, where they have successfully used for the last 14 states or 14 locations, and this is the 15th location. As far as the talk given by Rashid, it looks very simple. It looks as if a man is going to go inside and do the same scavenging and come out with a clean sheet where the water will flow again. But I know that there are a lot of other things involved in it. Technically, you require expertise. And looking at the expertise part of it, I don't know what is the mechanism we have in place, but I am sure that Mr. Rashid will give all his expertise in the operation part of it, where maybe somebody is here to train few of our people so that we can dedicatedly keep a team which will be only engaged for whenever required this scavenging part of it, so that it can be used for the CSR what ONGC has provided. So 33 lakhs should not go in the manhole and remain there. So it should be used for the purpose it is designed. So I request Rashid, in the first place, he deputes his people here for a longer time. All other help required, ONGC is there, we are also there. And we will keep a dedicated team to work on this on a full-time basis.
Aditya Bitre for Herald TV.
Showing his resolve to fight against land grabbing, Chief Minister Pramod Sawant has set up an SIT under SP Crime Branch, described the land grabbing by mafia by forging documents as a big land scam. He said there would be about 60 to 70 such land cases where land of those persons who are abroad must have been grabbed. Even government land has been grabbed, CM pointed out. These cases are mostly in Perne, Bardes, Tiswadi and Salset. The complaints can be filed directly with SP Crime. This is happening over the last 20 years, CM said. Herald had persistently over the last 15 days highlighted how a mafia is transferring properties of those abroad of those deceased by forging documents.
Land grabbing mafia grab the land of the living and of the dead. Government sets up SIT under SP Crime Branch to investigate the land grabbing cases. CM Pramod Sawant has described land grabbing by the mafia by forging documents as a big land scam.
काल SITची जी ऑर्डर काढल्या आतापर्यंत हांव पुलीस डिपार्टमेंटांनी वेरियस केसीस लोक आपली जमीन दुसऱ्याक विकली तिसऱ्यानूच विकली आर्कोलॉजींतल्या आमच्या कन्सर्न डिपार्टमेंटान फायल केले काही तिसरो घेवन कोण तरी डॉक्युमेंट व्हरता वेगवेगळे आनी तेंच्यांनी ते तिसरे रजिस्ट्रेशन डिपार्टमेंटान जे रजिस्ट्रेशन करता आसतना ओनर रजिस्ट्रेशन डिपार्टमेंटा कडेन कंप्लेनी आयल्यो की मूळ ओनर सोडून दुसऱ्याने घेवन रजिस्ट्रेशन केलं की कितें डॉक्युमेंट फॉर्ज केलं आसतना आनी कितें केलं आसतना अश्यो वेरियस केसीस जर पळयत म्हणजे आतापर्यंत लक्षान येयल्या त्यो पळयत जाल्यार त्यो म्हाका दिसता एक 60-70 तरी केसीस आसा आनी विच इजन खूब व्हडलें लँड स्कॅम आसा तशें पळोवंक वचत जाल्यार आनी ह्यो सगळ्या तालुक्यांनी विशेश करून कोस्टल बेल्टांत चड आसा जो आमी पळयता की बार्देस आसतलो किंवा तिसवाडी आसतलो पेडणे आसतलो ओके हेवटेन सालसेतीन आसतले थोडेसे ह्या भागात चड आसा आनी थोड्या हितूनी गव्हर्मेंट लँड ज्यो आसा पळय न्ही ज्यो तेंच्या नांवार एनक्रोच न्ही तर थोड्यांच्या नांवार ट्रान्सफरी केल्ली आसा ह्योय आमच्या लक्षांत आयल्या त्या खातीर अशा पद्दतीच्यो सगळ्यो केसीस ह्यो SIT कडेन करप आनी थॉरोली तातूंतल्यान इन्वेस्टिगेट करप हें काम सुरू करपा खातीर आमी SIT फॉर्म केल्ली आसा आनी SITन एक फावटी म्हणजे नॉट ओन्ली म्हणजे पुलीस डिपार्टमेंट आसतलें ताच्याच बरोबर रेव्हेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट रजिस्ट्रेशन डिपार्टमेंट आर्कोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट कलेक्टिवली हे जे सगळें काम करतले पळय न्ही आनी ताजेर बेगिनात बेगीन ह्यो केसीस रिजॉल्व जाता SIT केल्यार जाता तांच्यांनी डायरेक्टली डॉक्युमेंट्स लावपाचे किंवा कन्सर्न आपल्याक कितें आहा पळय न्ही तो प्रत्येक म्हणजे ती कंप्लेंट डायरेक्ट SITकूय मार्क केल्या जाता विच SP क्रायम इज हेडींग द SIT क्रायमान व्हरून एंटर करपाक SIT प्रत्येक केस घेतल्या उपरांत जे आहा पळय जाता तितके बेगीन रिजॉल्व जाता मैंने आज कल जो SIT फॉर्म किए हैं उसमें SP क्राइम उसमें हेड कर रहा है रेवेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट रजिस्ट्रेशन डिपार्टमेंट अपना आर्कोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट इन सबको इन्वॉल्व करके SIT फॉर्म किए गोवा में लैंड केसेस फॉर लास्ट 10 मुझे लगता है कि 20 साल से ऐसे केसेस एक केसेस चल रहे थे इन 10-15 साल में वो केसेस ज़्यादा बढ़ गए खास करके कोस्टल में जो कोई लोग फॉरेन कंट्रीज़ में रहते हैं इस तरह के लोगों की लैंड दूसरों के नाम पे करना इस तरह के केसेस के लिए वो SIT फॉर्म किया मुझे लगता है इसी तरह से इन्वेस्टिगेट करके उनसे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हम उसका रिलीफ
Prasad Polji for Herald TV.
The Congress staged a massive slogan-shouting protest on the road to Raj Bhavan, Donapaula on Tuesday to protest against the alleged harassment to its national leaders and detaining of Congress workers in New Delhi in relation to the National Herald case. There were heated arguments and high drama, and protesters, including Mahila Congress member, refused to get into the police vehicles. They alleged that they were roughed up by lady police. SP Shobit Saxena said that the protesters had no appointment at Raj Bhavan and were removed since they were blocking the Raj Bhavan road. The protesters were reportedly taken to Perne police station after detaining.
Congress staged a massive slogan-shouting protest on the road to Raj Bhavan, Donapaula on Thursday. There was high drama where protesters, including Mahila Congress members, refused to get into the police vehicles. The protesters were detained and taken to Perne police station.
ट्रॅफिक जाम केला सगळे करतात ते पोलीस आणि म्हाका सांगात आज जर इतलो पोलीस हांगा सपोर्ट केल्यार अंगणवाडी वर्कर्सांची कंप्लेंट आसा बरे तांकां एक पोलीस प्रोटेक्शन दिलात तुम्ही एक पोलीस ना ते अंगणवाडी वर्कर्स आसा ती राज्य कितले तेंचे अत्याचार जातात ते खबर इतले बायलांची काळजी आसा पोलीस प्रोटेक्शन त्या बायलांक दियात न्ही नोटबंदी केले कितले नो पैसे येले हे ईडीन चौकशी कित्याक करूंक ना आता जेवले वयले वयल्यान सकयल आमकां अडोवपाक न्याय मागता म्हणून.
आणि पोलीस थोडी इतली लोकांक जर इतली पोलीस जाल्यार ह्या गोंयांत क्रायम कित्याक जाता
कित्याक जाता मर्डर कित्याक जाता
धापून लावल्या सगळे सरकार लोकांनी काना बोटे कित्याक घातले कित्याक येना उठून लोक म्हारगाय जाल्यार लोक उठून येना कित्याक इलेक्शनाक पयशे मेळटा तोंड दापताले म्हणून या बरी तुमची म्हारगाय कोणा तुमची बायलां त्रास जायना.
Rajbhavan mein. We have, they had told us, we had verified there was no appointment at Rajbhavan. Thank you. ये एक पर्टिकुलर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के कुछ रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स यहाँ पे they had come here to stage a protest. However, during the course of the protest, they have blocked the road because of which traffic was suffering. In order to clear the traffic, we have cleared them from the road and they have presently been detained. We'll see the facts to decide what we are going to do in the future course of action. As of now, the nuisance that was created on the road has been removed. The road is clear, traffic is now normal, and we have detained the persons who are staging protest here without permission, and we have sent them to police station.
वो लोग बोल रहे थे उनके पास परमिशन है फिर भी आपने उनको रोका है ऐसा करके बोल रहे थे.
हम लोगों ने पुलिस की तरफ से स्ट्रॉन्ग ऑब्जेक्शन दिया था. द NOC which was to be sent from the police had given strong objection only for the single purpose that this is a busy road, it is a critical road, it is a road which leads to the Raj Bhavan, it cannot be disturbed. There are peaceful ways of staging a protest, but blocking the road is not one of them. That is the reason why they have been detained. Further action will be taken.
की ते गव्हर्नराच्या ऑफिसा कडल्यान टायम घेतले आनी त्या टायमाक वचून तांकां मेळटले जे ज्या लोकांका जे डेलिगेशना पैकी जेंकां भितर आपयतले ते गव्हर्नराक वचून मेळटले. ह्या कारणा खातीर सगळे काँग्रेसचे ऑफिस बॅरर भितर जमलेले. अशें आसतना सुद्दां आज पुलिसांनी आपूण जावन बॅरिकेड करून रस्तो आडयलो आनी उलटो काँग्रेसच्या वर्करांचेर आरोप घातलो की तेंच्यांनी रोड आडयलो म्हणून. आणि हे आयज आमी स्ट्रॉंगली ऑनरेबल एक्झिक्युटीव मॅजिस्ट्रेटाक सांगलेलें आसा. तांच्यांनी आमकां पुलीस रिपोर्टाची कॉपी दिल्लेली आसा आनी आयज 5,000 रुपयाच्या पर्सनल बॉन्डाचेर 26 जाणांक सोडलेले आसात आनी मंडे फाल्यां मॅटर दवरल्या परती आमकां रिप्लाय आनी त्याच्या उपरांत फायनल ऑर्डर.
Devendra Gaonkar for Herald TV.
For apparently unexplained reason, the Konkani words on the signboard in Karwar were blackened. The act has been blamed on activists of Kannada Rakshan Vedika Sangh. Reacting to this development, Chief Minister Pramod Sawant said no one should promote hatred over language. He further went on to say authorities in Karnataka should take cognizance of the issue.
A signboard with Konkani words was blackened by activists of Kannada Rakshan Vedika Sangh in Karwar. Chief Minister Pramod Sawant said no one should promote hatred over a language. He further went on to say authorities in Karnataka should take cognizance of the matter.
कोणी कोणाच्या भाशेचो द्वेष करचो न्ही. हे कर्नाटक आसूं महाराष्ट्र आसूं जाल्यार गोंय आसूं भाशेचो द्वेष करण्यात कांयच अर्थ ना. त्या खातीर अशा पद्दतीचे इन्सिडन्स तांच्या राज्यान कॉग्निजन्स घेवचो पण तांच्यांनी कोंकणी भाशेचो द्वेष करचो न्ही.
Prasad Polji for Herald TV.
Panchayats Minister Mervyn Godino on Thursday said that administrators will be appointed for 186 village panchayats as soon as their term ends. The current 5-year term of the village panchayats ends on June 19, 2022. Industries Minister Mervyn Godino also released a draft Goa Industrial Growth and Investment Promotion Policy 2022 with focus on IT and ITES, high-end hospitality, tourism and food and agro-processing industries.
Draft Goa Industrial Growth and Investment Promotion Policy, as I choose to call it, 2022. My key points before going into details would be policy focuses on supporting existing and local businesses and people. You will get it. Focus sectors, which are there. Ease of doing business reforms, land-related reforms, incentives for existing and new businesses, and other provisions. Now the main thing what I want to highlight, you can expand on this as you wish. Maka ekut sangpa jay. The new industrial policy simply says this: whatever anybody wants to set up in Goa, it is going to be time bound. First, what is to happen? You should apply to Investment Promotion Board, thereafter for land to Industrial Development Corporation, and the way the things were, it used to consume a lot of time. Even the process of issuing literally on a permissions, literally on a declaration, that is what we are trying to do. Maximum time for bigger units will be 3 months, and the smaller units, it will be 2 months only. First of all, the highlight of this is we are going to have a common application form. Nonetheless, one department to another, whether for various clearances, it used to move the application from the industry. Now there is going to be one single application which will be forwarded to all the other departments. Similarly, even for land conversion, which is very much necessary, when their term expires, you should have administrators in place. We have already taken the steps. You will see administrators in place much earlier than you expect.
So by Monday.
Certainly.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.